As many of you are aware, GM did not include a trailer hitch package from the factory on the 23 Canyons and Colorado, so you actually have to spend another $600 and something to have the ability to tow. Or do you? I don't see a trailer hitch. I don't know if do you guys see a trailer hitch there? GM part number 867-99089. 400-pound tongue load and 3,500 pounds towing capacity, but there's no receiver. Technically, the answer is yes. You can drill a hole in the plastic. I don't know if there's a plastic insert available, but you can drill a hole in the plastic, put a long shank ball in through the factory bumper, through the tow bar, tighten the nut back up, and you have a 3,500 pound rated tow hitch bumper pull on the truck. Before you guys jump in the comments, you need to realize that this is not your 1970s Chevy pickup. This is a built-in tow bar that you just have to modify some plastic to utilize effectively. So sure, you can add a ball and you could tow with this setup, but what about the lights? Well, GM was nice enough to give us a dummy plug on the back of the truck. Here's the funny thing, it's fully wired. 7-pin and 4-pin are literally right behind here, no problem. And all you gotta do is replace this. This Hopkins one, I'll have a link for it below, was I think less than 30 bucks. The GM equivalent is something like 90 or more. I purchased the $300 or so factory hitch from GM, and I'm gonna put that on here, and I'm really curious to see the differences as far as the thickness of the metal and just the physical makeup of this tow bar versus the GM factory one. And I'm kind of curious if you can just weld a receiver onto this. I doubt it, but you know, in the sake of science and content, I figured we'd see if it's possible. Together we're going to work through the process of removing the bumper and factory tow bar and putting in the technical 7,700 pound rated tow bar onto this truck. My parts department was kind enough to give me an install guide, but it starts a little late, and the first step really is to pull the spare down and get access to the strap and the harnesses that are up inside there. So we're gonna do that now. Get the right direction. Now, these 215s need to be removed and this strap needs to come out of here. That's step one. Next step is to remove some of these connectors. These go up to the tailgate. There's a couple under here connecting all the sensors and whatnot, as well as the new wire harness that I showed you guys a minute ago. Don't install this until we put the bumper back on. I just did this for a video about a month or so ago. So this guy is attached to this. This wire here is attached to the tailgate and the truck, so I'll get my panel tool here and pop these little clips out of here. It looks to me like this guy's got to come off of here with the truck because it's clipped here and then clipped onto the frame and goes way over here into a much bigger harness. This harness here is from my lights in the bed, and I'm actually going to add some lights in the steps. Recently I put some lights in the bed under the rails, and the factory harness is clear over here on the driver's side. A little pigtail. I wired up the harness and made my own button apparatus thing, and I wanted to include some lights on that circuit for the steps on this bumper. In doing so, I zip tied the harness to all the other factory harness, so I have to cut all the zip ties off of the factory harness for the harness that I added, and then hack that harness up to add the lights into the steps, and that'll be part of the video later. But I'm going to continue getting all these things disconnected according to the instructions and just what I see needs to be done, and we'll be finally to the point of pulling some bolts off. So we got to start with the top two bolts on the kind of side step bracket above the frame rail, and one nut, and the bumper should come off after that. You can either reach up through here or through the back, or front rather, and get these two 21 mil 13/16 bolts. They are a pain to get out, so you might want to eat your Wheaties and get those guys out. Alright, we got our 4 big old bolts out. I got our 2 nuts out, and this thing's already flopping around, so we should be able to take this out and test the tensile strength of everything that I forgot to unplug. Well, that wasn't too bad. So now all we got to do is take the 2 bolts out from the bottom. I'm gonna leave one side loose or just a thread or two when I do the other 2, and that way this thing won't fall when it comes completely undone. I have that bolt right there barely threaded in, and this one's just basically squeezed. It's not even, the top 2 bolts are out, bottom 2 bolts are out, so literally some friction, and that little thread right there is holding this entire thing in place right now. Actually not terribly heavy. So we'll get the other one, we'll see how they differ. I was curious if one could literally just weld on a receiver onto the factory tube and get the 7,700 pound tow capacity that the truck's rated for. Well, after seeing both of these together, no, you cannot do that. And I'll show you guys why. This one here is the new receiver tow bar. You guys can see that there in the background there. And this one here is the one that we just pulled off the truck. You guys can notice that wall thickness on that tube is quite a bit thinner than the receiver hitch one. So no, we cannot just weld a receiver onto it and get the same rating. Well, this one is considerably heavier, and it does have the 7,700 pound rating that the truck is rated for. So I guess the only thing left to do is to install this on the truck. Just doing this for locating purposes. We're going to start the bolts up here on top. Once you get it set, you can pull the side bolts out. Just quick, I got neighbors next door arguing, and my other neighbor over here is about ready to mow her lawn, so got like 10 minutes. Oh. There's a trailer hitch right there. Oh, that hurt. That nut started. We'll get under there and get these guys. You guys don't need to watch me do this while she mows the lawn, so come back in a second when this is all bolted in and done. I stopped at step 3. I'm just putting the spare tire up. I did do the strap. Don't forget the strap. Had to transplant the bolt. No big deal. But other than that, it is installed. There we go, kids. Got our hitch reinstalled. Everything lines up the way it should, and now I can tow 7,700 pounds instead of the 3,500 pounds that the old hitch receiver hitch could have done. Click on our bed lights here. That one over there. Let's check our puddles. Oh yeah, I like that. Just illuminates the pocket just enough. That's all I wanted it to do. Another project on the new truck down before I even made a payment. I've put more money onto this truck in that time than my payment's worth. So hopefully I'll be done for a little while. But if you guys have any ideas for other videos that I can do on this truck, or want to see how to do any of the other mods on the truck that I've done already, feel free to comment below. And if I haven't made a video, I certainly will look into making a video just for you. With that, thank you guys for watching. If you would, consider subscribing to the channel. I enjoy doing stuff like this for you guys. This is not an easy task to film and create a cool video that you guys want to watch. If you guys want to see the Canyon build, follow along. If you want to see the Colorado build, follow along. Also, the shop truck, so stick around for that if you want to subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one.